Hey guys, what's up? It's me. I'm back for more wire wrapping and talking shit. This is carnelian. I don't know if you can see it that far, but yeah, we're gonna wrap these. Make the loop, you guys remember from last episode. And I just want to tell you guys some story times about all of my greatest injuries. Funnily enough, most of them occurred because of bugs. This is about when I was bitten by a black widow. I know. Let me tell you, 2 truths and a lie. I always use this one. Always. Science camp, 5th grade. We were playing this game called camouflage. It's kind of like a bunch of kids running around in the forest and they have to hide from this one person that stays in one place. It was in the middle of the woods. I remember we had to hike to this spot. I was super into this game because I just love this shit. I was running and I was trying not to get caught by the person in the middle. If they see you, you're out, right? It was like a field of pine needles. I was running on the pine needles and I heard a crack. The world stopped. Maybe I stepped on a pair of sunglasses or something. But then I just heard and I felt the pain. It was a hornet's nest. I stepped on a hornet's nest.
Stop the game! Stop the game!
It must have been like 6 or so bites, but the fact that they were surrounding me, because I just destroyed their home, like of course they're gonna fight back. They're gonna fight for their homeland. They're gonna fight for their homeland. I get it now, but looking back, I was like, why? What's going on? What's going on? Or my camp leader came to me and she was like, take a deep breath. You're okay. This was about, let's say, a week after the Hunger Games came out. And I loved that movie. When that movie came out, it changed everything. I had just seen it as a 5th grader, so it was very fresh in my mind. And I thought I was gonna die. It's fine, like I was fine. The hornets, they were after me. The next week, we're back from science camp, and I think we had just done a play. I remember I was Toto. I was Toto in The Wizard of Oz, and I was taller than everyone. In rehearsals, I would be on 2 knees. No, actually, we're gonna have you stand up. So I was like dressed up in this Toto outfit, taller than everyone, barking. So yeah. I was thrilled. I remember telling myself, you know, a main character means if they took you out of the story wouldn't make sense. So I was like, I'm a main character. We were having a cast party at the park. It turns out, at this specific park, there had just been a tree that had fallen. Maybe 100 or so feet away, like a really big tree, maybe a redwood. That's a lot of relocation for some animals, some bugs. I was thrilled to go to this cast party because it was the first show I ever did. I was kind of a main role. I was feeling myself. I was the shit in 5th grade. I'm not gonna lie. At the cast party, running around. I'm running around barefoot because it's the grass and we're in 5th grade, dude. We're running around. It's fun. As I was running, I felt this sting. A sting. Kind of felt exactly the same or similar to a week before where I had just been attacked by a hornet's nest. I know this feeling. I sat down. I was like, I'm not gonna cry. It was like in my heel kind of. And I lift my foot up and I pull out a thorn? That's the only way I could describe it. I don't know what it was, but it had this goop on it. It was just a little bit, sorry, this is gross, but it had some goop on it. And that was the first time I was like, huh, this felt the same as last week, but it was just one, so already not as bad. I just didn't really tell anybody because it wasn't, I had exposure therapy a week before, right? Where I was fucking attacked. I was just like, huh, that's weird. Threw the goop thorn away, and I didn't think about it. This is where things started to get a little weird. That night, maybe like 4 hours later, I was jumping on a trampoline. Nothing too fancy. I'm not a flipper. Like, I didn't do any tricks on the trampoline. I was just jumping up and down. And I remember looking down at my foot, and every time I landed, it would turn yellow. Any pressure on my foot made it yellow. So I was like, huh, that's kind of weird. But also, like, whatever, I'm a kid, I don't care. I don't know. Forget about it instantly. Let's go get some mac and cheese. Oh my gosh, I've literally made no progress on this. We have to anchor the stone. So, that night, I get home, everything's fine, nothing's really, there's no alarm bells going off. I know I went to school, and I don't know why, but at some point I had taken my shoe off. I was trying to get my foot back in my shoe. It wouldn't go in. You know, I'm a kid, I forgot about yesterday. I don't have the context of yesterday, because I was just like la-di-da. It was so weird for the nurse that they were like, okay, we need to call your parents, because I don't know what's going on, but something ain't right. Something's awry. So my mom, she comes and picks me up. Okay, pause. I need to lock in because I can't be halfway through the story and not even have one stone done. Just need one stone, please. You guys hear the hummingbirds? We have some hummingbirds around here. But they come around and they fly around here and they fight. If you sit here and, because my mom puts out these bird feeders, they'll come. Okay, maybe I need to change wires because this wire's just not working. That's embarrassing. Like, I need to like do one. Okay, I'm gonna switch wires. Let's try with the sturdy one, because this one it's harder to bend this one, but it always looks really good. Obviously, this is weird. We need to go to the doctor. Why is your foot so big? Like, your foot looks huge. My foot was puffed up. I'll have to ask my mom tonight, like, what was her reaction to that?
You were out playing at the Willow Street Park, wearing lame shoes.
I had no shoes.
You never would wear shoes.
Oh.
I mean, you wouldn't wear, like,
It was the cast party, you remember?
Shoes that protect you.
It was the Toto cast party.
I know, but the whole world's in pants, and then you got booty shorts on, and it's freaking 40 degrees outside.
I couldn't be contained.
Yeah. Well, that was like,
but wait,
no,
but
that was like
okay.
last Tuesday.
Remember.
But it was scary. We were a little worried about you.
And they said it was a black widow bite, right?
Yeah, they thought so.
I went to the doctor, and she comes in, and she sits down, and she's like, okay, I don't want you to freak out. You have been bitten by a black widow. I was like, huh? Am I gonna die? Like, I thought I was gonna die, dude. I remember I didn't cry. I think I was just in shock. Like, what? How? How is this possible? The doctor, she took a pen and she drew on my calf. The poison from the bite had started to move up from my foot into my calf, and it was like my entire foot. And she told me it was going all the way up to my heart, and if it reached my heart would stop. I would die. And I was like, ah. Because I need to get one of these done. Oh. She told me if you didn't come in before it went all the way up there, your heart would have stopped and you would have died. pen kind of showed like the poison was traveling, and she was right. The way it was moving, it was spreading. The poison was after me. But it is true that I never actually saw a spider. I had like stepped on it, and the bite occurred when I stepped on it. And the big theory was that the tree had fallen and it was looking for a new home, and I had stepped on it when I was running around being loony. I don't know if you can see it, but I accidentally cut off the fucking top, bro. I need to start over. I can't sell this to anybody. Shit. Man. No, we're gonna fix this. We're gonna salvage this because I don't want to waste this wire. So the doctor, they put me on antibiotics. They're like, you need to take these. It will reduce the swelling. It will stop the poison from reaching your heart. And it was never painful. It was just so itchy. And she was like, try not to itch it. Try not to itch it. And I just remember like itching my entire leg. Like I was so itchy. Okay, wait, this is cute. Okay, let me show you this. I need another one of these. I'm gonna make a bunch of these because who doesn't love carnelian? Crystal girlies know. That's cute. After I got my antibiotics, they were like, it's gonna be okay. You can't really walk on it. I had a week home from school and I just watched My Little Pony the whole time. My other injury, which happened, I think a year before, I was at recess. Shit got a little bit crazy at recess. We'd run around, we'd play Foursquare. There was this hula hoop and it was leaning against a bench. I went for it. I was like, I'm gonna get this hula hoop. I had it in my mind's eye. I was like, let's go. And then right before I grabbed it, someone pulled it away. I just didn't stop myself, and then my legs stayed, but the rest of my body went like this, and I like fell on my arm. I fell on my arm like that. I broke my arm. I broke it. It was a clean break. It was such a clean break that they didn't have to do surgery. And I didn't need a cast. I had like a little sling, and I was like, yeah, guys. But I also remember being like, shit, I wanted a cast, bro. I wanted to be cool. Did y'all do the science fair? Because this is like, we're in 5th grade vibes right now. We're talking about 5th grade, and for the science fair, what I did was I took marshmallows and I put them in their microwave at different intervals, and I was like studying how big they would get at different times. When I set up my booth, I was like, damn, bro. You look over and you see the kid with the volcano, and I'm like, oh, everyone else has lab coats on. I'm like, but I have these pictures of these marshmallows. At the same time, I was never insecure about it. I was just like, yeah, this is what I did. I got to eat marshmallows during mine. Did you get to eat your acid that you used to make your volcano? I think those are my greatest injuries. All my other injuries I've inflicted on other people. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't hurt people like that, okay? I promise. Intentionally. I did accidentally stab my brother once. Okay, slice, not stab. This must have been in middle school. This is so dumb, okay? And the truth is, I don't love telling the story because it makes me look really bad. But the truth is, I did not know. Okay, I promise I didn't know. My mom had gotten these knives, and they were, I might cut this out. They were white. So it was like, imagine a knife. It's silver and it's a certain color like this. It's like this. The knives we had they were white, kind of like plastic. They looked like a plastic knife. And it was the beginning of a trip to the snow, and I was holding this knife, and I was like, here, brother, you want it? You want it? And then he reached for it, he put his hand around it, and I was like, psych! And I pulled it back, and it like cut his hand open. It cut his finger open. I felt so bad. I was like, I'm sorry. I remember my dad took him to the sink and there was blood everywhere, like, and he had to go to the emergency room and he got stitches. Oh, that was a bad day for all of us, but especially my brother because he got sliced. Let me get this one, this green one. It's a pretty green color. I do want to do a video with my mom soon. Mom reveal. She's good, and she's very charismatic. She's very funny, and she's a great chef. So, I don't know the lingo. Oh my god, mosquito. The bugs. The bugs are out. They heard me talking shit. Don't be talking too much shit, man, because what happens is I'm talking shit about these bugs, and now the negativity has attracted more bugs. You don't want to attract negativity, dude. Let's be positive in 2026. Right? Right. This one came out good. It's time to string her. String her? I hardly know her. I was always making fun of people who do that joke, but now I do it. What do we think? Maybe this will go on the discount rack. No, this is cute. This came out cute. These are cute. Look at their little hair clips. It matches my outfit, so I want to put one on. Duh. This one on this side. Maybe it's too... Is it too juvenile for me? I'm 24. Is this too juvenile? I'm 30. I am 30. Everyone keeps saying that. It's so fucking annoying. By the way, if you're 23 and you're making fun of me for being 24, literally, look down the street, bro. That's you. You're 32. Not 32, but you're 32. You know? It's very boba tea. Gnarly. Cat's eye, dude. I do. From far away? I don't know if they're even. These would be so cute for a concert, though. But yeah, look at our collection is expanding. Oh my god. Look at that. I definitely need to untangle these, but I hope you enjoyed my story time. Many more to come. I have some crazy stories in my life. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time.